Inside the livestream that broke the internet, what Zhao Lusi saw that we didn't.
Welcome back to LVT-SHOWBIZ, the place where every spotlight hides a deeper truth.
Tonight, we're not talking about glamour or gossip. We're talking about a moment that made millions stop scrolling. When William Chan appeared in a livestream, so shockingly thin that even Zhao Lusi gasped, "Who are you?" That question wasn't just playful, it was instinctive, raw, and honest. It exposed something bigger than one man's changing look. It revealed how fragile fame can be in a world obsessed with perfection. Behind that single moment lies a fascinating story about pressure, fatigue, and the price of dedication. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover how William's transformation became more than a headline. It became a reflection of what it means to stay human in an industry built on illusion. The livestream began like countless others. Cheerful, rehearsed, perfectly lit. But as the camera turned to William Chan, the mood shifted instantly. His once radiant face appeared sharper, thinner, almost hollowed. His trademark confidence seemed replaced by quiet restraint. And then came Zhao Lusi's half-laugh, half-gasp, "Who are you?" That moment was electric. Unplanned, unfiltered, and unforgettable. Within minutes, social platforms exploded. Screenshots spread like wildfire, hashtags trended worldwide. Viewers compared his image to past appearances, trying to decode what had happened. Was it weight loss, exhaustion, or something deeper?
The mystery grew, and so did the fascination.
But what made this moment truly viral wasn't mockery, it was empathy. People saw more than a celebrity, they saw a person showing cracks beneath the armor of fame. And that vulnerability hit home. As online chatter intensified, fans quickly turned into detectives. Their verdict: it wasn't reality, it was technology. Live streaming apps today come with built-in AI filters that beautify the human face. They narrow the jawline, enlarge the eyes, smooth every imperfection. But when algorithms misfire, they distort rather than enhance. In William's case, the effect was brutal. His naturally lean face became digitally squeezed, exaggerating every angle, draining warmth from his expression. Under the unforgiving glare of studio lights, he looked ghostly. Within hours, fans began posting unfiltered clips, showing the real William, vibrant, healthy, full of energy. The difference was staggering. It was a digital tragedy of the modern age. Technology designed to perfect beauty had instead dehumanized it. And the world was finally forced to confront how easily pixels can lie. What most viewers didn't realize was that William's transformation wasn't accidental. It was the result of relentless work. For months, he had immersed himself in demanding roles that required strict physical discipline. He pushed his body and mind to their limits, training, dieting, and filming in long stretches without rest. He wasn't chasing vanity, he was chasing authenticity. Each role demanded something new: endurance, emotion, and sometimes, sacrifice. So when the camera caught him looking worn, it wasn't a sign of decline. It was evidence of devotion. The filter only amplified what was already there, a man consumed by his craft. Behind that tired face was a story of courage. Because to embody emotion so completely, you have to give a piece of yourself away, and that's exactly what William did, for the sake of his art. Then came Zhao Lusi, his co-star and friend. Her candid question, "Who are you?" sparked laughter, but also empathy. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't rehearsed. It was the genuine response of someone who cared. Their friendship had always been warm and teasing, but in that split second, her tone shifted from amusement to worry. You could see it in her eyes, a flicker of concern, a recognition that fame sometimes demands too much. That moment between them became symbolic. It reminded everyone that beyond the lights, beyond the scripted lines, these two were just people, partners in the same race, both navigating the storm of fame. In a world where every word is filtered, Zhao Lusi's spontaneous honesty became the human heartbeat of the entire story. It's rare, it's real, and that's why audiences connected so deeply. The entertainment world is built on illusion, and perfection is its cruelest standard. Actors like William Chan live in a paradox. They must appear effortlessly flawless, even when they're falling apart inside. Every wrinkle, every dark circle, every gram of weight becomes public property. Fans adore the result but rarely see the cost. For every red carpet smile, There are sleepless nights, endless rehearsals, and the fear of never being enough. William's gaunt look wasn't a failure, it was honesty. It peeled back the curtain on what it takes to survive in a world that demands beauty at all times. And maybe, for the first time, audiences saw that exhaustion isn't weakness. It's proof of humanity. In that fragile imperfection, William became even more real, more admired than ever. The reaction from fans was remarkable. Instead of cruelty, there was compassion. Comments filled with humor, yes, but also warmth. He's not sick, he's working too hard. That's dedication, not decay. If filters can bend his face, maybe they're bending our expectations too. It was as though the audience collectively woke up from the illusion of digital perfection. They began celebrating his effort instead of criticizing his appearance. This empathy marked a shift in fandom culture, a moment where connection replaced judgment. Through their defense of William, fans reminded the industry that authenticity still matters, and that sometimes, the truest beauty is the kind that looks a little tired. William's viral moment wasn't just a celebrity blip, it was a mirror reflecting society's warped standards. In an age where filters decide what's beautiful, we've lost sight of the raw, the real, the imperfect. His image, distorted by an app, became an unintentional metaphor for modern fame itself. But beyond the digital distortion lay something profound, a reminder that art, emotion, and truth are born from imperfection. People connected to that vulnerability because it felt human. Maybe that's why the story lingered. It wasn't about a man who looked tired, it was about a man who refused to fake strength. And in showing that, he gave everyone permission to be real again. Off-screen, William Chan is known for quiet discipline and humility. Those close to him describe him as tireless, a perfectionist who never stops striving. He rarely speaks about his struggles publicly. Instead, he lets his work tell the story. His silence isn't distance, it's focus. So when he appeared worn during the livestream, those who truly knew him didn't see weakness. They saw resilience. They knew the long nights, the strict diets, the isolation required to perform at his level. His journey isn't about vanity, it's about transformation. And that night, under the scrutiny of millions, his strength wasn't in how flawless he looked, but in how authentic he remained. And as the buzz fades, the truth remains. William Chan didn't lose his shine. He simply reminded us that stars, too, are human. His so-called hollow look became a conversation about more than appearance. It became a moment of awareness. Here at LVT-SHOWBIZ, we celebrate these stories, because they strip away illusion and reveal something real, courage, artistry, and heart. So if this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe to LVT-SHOWBIZ for more emotional deep dives behind the scenes of fame. Comment Bilo? Are we too obsessed with digital perfection? Or are we finally ready to celebrate authenticity again? Thank you for watching, and remember, this is LVT-SHOWBIZ, where light meets truth.